everyone. Welcome to this week's Sabbath School Nuggets. He died for us. I want to thank Pastor Bob for walking us through last week's lesson. I also want to encourage you to take a moment to like and share these nuggets with your friends and family. And do leave us a comment or a question. We love hearing from you. This week, our memory text comes from John chapter 3, verses 14 and 15. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. When Adam and Eve sinned in the Garden of Eden, after pronouncing their punishment, God gave them the gospel promise. This was the promise of the seed of the woman, Jesus, who would bruise the serpent's head. And so right there in the Garden of Eden, God preached the gospel to Adam and Eve. This plan for man's redemption was not an afterthought. It was not a plan that came together haphazardly after Adam and Eve sinned. Jesus is described in Revelation 13, verse 8, as the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. What this means is that the plan for man's redemption was put in place before the creation of the world. In other words, God did not plan for man to sin, but he made a way of escape so that if we sinned, we would not be lost forever. It was a plan that involved Christ's death on the cross of Calvary. Jesus was lifted up so that those who believe in him should not perish, but have eternal life. This plan was a revelation of God's great love for humanity, of his justice, his mercy, and his grace. And when Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, God showed them that there would be a way out of the misery of sin through the atonement and the death of Jesus. How amazing is the love and the providence of God that he made this plan before we even knew we would need it. And that has always been true about God. He anticipates our needs and makes provision for those needs. The cross of Christ is proof that God will always meet us at our point of need, sometimes even before we know what we need. And so today, will you trust God to meet you at your point of need? Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.